Hey lovies, this is Michelle here at Life Matcha Tarot. I hope that you guys are doing great. Happy Wednesday, hump day. Hope that the week has been treating you well. But getting over that hump, right? Getting ready to approach the weekend. So I do hope that you guys are doing something nice for yourselves, resting or whatever you're gonna do this weekend, depending on how the weather holds up and things like that. So yeah, and then if you have to work weekends, kind of sucks for you. I work on Sundays all day, so I get it. Um, but hey guys, what's up? My peoples are popping in. I got the Phoenix Priestess here. What's up, my Soli and sister up in there, up in there. And then we also have Aya Inspired Tarot, another one of my sisters. Check my girls out, please and thank you, because they are amazing at what they do. And yeah, just yeah, support the tribe. Support the tribe. They are so awesome, and I'm so grateful for them. Um, ooh, okay, I gotta check that out then, girl. I gotta check it out. But yes, I love you guys. So for those of you who are new, as you guys are slowly popping in, um, welcome to the channel. Hope you like what you see here and decide to stick around. And yeah, you know, it's a little bit of a mixed bag on this channel. We do a little bit of everything. Love readings, you know, very soul-led and guided readings, all kind of stuff. So, you know, whatever the spirit guides me to read about is when that's what I end up reading about. My mom sent me an actual gift. What? Oh, you gotta tell me about this. Ren, what are you doing, bro? Make up your mind of what you're trying to do, sister. Um, what? That's great. Yeah, you gotta tell me about that. That's wild. What? That's amazing. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Ren, stop. Stop. All right. So, sorry, I'm getting like a download before I even start reading. Um, I'm picking up on. Okay, as you guys saw in the title, this is going to be about, you know, truths that we have been trying to hide from, right? Things that we're avoiding, you know, whether it's certain behaviors or whatever, don't know yet. But I am getting that one of the things that might pop up in this reading for a lot of you is going to be something about like people in your life that you have to sever ties with, that you've been holding on to way too long. It's time to close out those cycles with certain people. I don't know who these people are yet, but that's what I'm like picking up really strongly. Like I didn't even get to finish my my little spiel first, but Spirit was like, make sure you say this. All right, so okay, yeah, thank you, Spirit, for that. But yes, like I said, if you're new, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, all that stuff to help support the channel and stay in touch. That way you'll know, you know, when I'm on and all that stuff, and when I post. Uh, yeah, do that. And for the people who have been rocking with me for a while, thank you for your continued support. People like the Phoenix Priestess, and if you scroll up a little bit more, Aya Inspired Tarot. Those are some of my home skillets, my home slices right there. So definitely check my girls out. And yeah, without further ado, as I already mentioned, this reading is going to be talking about things that we have been avoiding, things that I'm gonna say we, because I know I've been avoiding things myself. We all do. um, Things that you might have been avoiding, and just it's time to kind of, you know, actually, you know, take life by the horns and say, okay, I'm gonna kind of take control of this situation because I have been avoiding this for too long. um, One second, guys. So I barely hear the TV, and then there's an ad going on right now too on top of it. Right. Seems like a decent volume where I won't get flagged, hopefully, especially when I'm talking. But yeah, so that's where we're going with this so far. So with that said, I'm going to get started. I've already cleansed the space and myself and the cards, everything. So the first deck that I am going to read from is the Brutally Honest Messages deck by another reader. Her name is Oracle Mystic, the Avatar High Priestess. And she makes decks and stuff, and she reads on here on YouTube and stuff. And I bought these a few years ago. And I use them from time to time for, when I feel like, definitely gotta, get my ass kicked a little bit. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of what's gonna happen. Like, a little bit of a spiritual ass kicking for us in this reading. So without further ado, let's get started. Spirit, may let positive energy into this reading for the collective. Show the collective what they need to see at this time for their highest good. When it comes to releasing things that no longer serves their overall, just, I said well-being already, but their ascension process. I just heard that ascension process. Hmm. You know what's funny? Let's see if I could reach it. Probably not. There is a card here. I have a soda here, and I don't want to spill it. It's like right in the right where I'm trying to get the card from, and then my badge is on top of it. Oh, come on. Got it. This card was in the. I was cleaning out like the cushions of the couch, and this card just happened to not be in its deck, and it says renewal, and this is coming from the Ascending Life Oracle, and it says, I almost felt like I saw the word forever. Powerful inner transformation. Leave old flames, embrace the new. Release of energy and emotions, playing with fire. So, I don't know. Let's see what Spirit has to say when we split this deck. All right, so we have you were removed because they were talking shit behind your back, and put an end to all of the self-sabotaging habits. And ironically, I said I'm picking up on like maybe some habits and people. So how's that for some synchronicities already before we even really get started? So I'm getting like, rejection is God's protection. There were certain people in your energy that, they kind of like fell off of the face of the planet in your life in a way, and that was done with the intent of Spirit trying to protect you from them. And it's interesting because the reading we did yesterday kind of was touching base on something very similar. Fake ass friends and exes and stuff trying to come back and linger in and all of that, thank you. So it almost feels like it could be a possible piggyback off of that energy. We shall see as we dive deeper. Also, before I pull any cards, have any of you guys, like today in particular, been feeling really just off? Like wondering if you have like a stomach bug or something like that. Just feeling super off today. Like nauseous, maybe having some other types of tummy problems. Let me know in the comments if that resonates at all for any of you. Because my stomach today, I don't know how I made it through my shift. Because I was like, yo, because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm like, I don't want to take time off. I was not feeling well at all at work today, but I was like, I can't not stay. I have to stay. And then they ended up needing me to help in another classroom. I was like, fuck. I'm like, no, I don't want to help in another classroom. Like, it's bad enough when I have to deal with my own kids. I'm like, I have to deal with kids that I don't want to be around. Like, I'm not saying it like in a fucked up way. I know it sounds horrible the way I said it, but like when you're in your own class, it's your class, But when you're in another class and they're having a crisis, and now they want you to jump in to a crisis that ain't your crisis, it's like, okay, I guess I'll help. But I wasn't feeling well, so I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, why y'all picking me of all the people, the however many damn staff we got in this damn building, y'all pick me? As if our class ain't hard too. But whatever, it's fine. I didn't mind. I just was like feeling like, damn, because I'm not really feeling all that great. Fuck around, like crap my pants or something, or throw up on a kid. I don't know. But like, can you imagine? That would be terrible. Hey Callie girl, how are you doing, my love? welcome. All right, let's see. And I think I saw another person popping on. I don't think I had a chance to say hi to you. The real sleepy. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. But yeah, I just felt so off today, man. Like I even went to the nurse like towards the end of the day. I was like, do I have a fever? They were like, no, you're fine. And then like I think what spooked me too was my student. He was like, oh, my stomach hurts. I don't feel too well. And then the other kids were like, oh, you don't feel well. You need to go home. And I'm like, oh, God. I hope I don't have a stomach bug. But I still feel off. But like, I felt so off throughout today. But anyway, I will say, get yourself a little bit of ginger ale. That's the hood classic right there when it comes to taking care of ourselves. Apparently, that and some saltine crackers. Old school. Seems like it works every time. Um, get that stomach settled and stuff like that. Don't eat anything too heavy. Make sure you stay hydrated is what I'm getting. So just saying. Hope that, that resonates for somebody if you're going through the same thing. So without further ado, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We will all cross over one day. Give your life meaning and stop wasting time with people and places that aren't worth yours. Live, damn it. Live your life. Stop living for everybody else is what I'm getting. And maybe that's why I picked up on that energy just now. Like, let's say if you guys had work today, or, just in general, like recently you weren't feeling well, you still went to work. I'm getting something like this. Bear with me. You might be one of those workaholic kind of folks, myself included, where like you will force yourself to go to work no matter how shitty you feel, or work yourself to the bone. That could be something that is a message that spirit really wants you to, and your guides want you to be aware of. Like, let's put it like this. When you're not taking your PTO and stuff like that, and if you have PTO at your job, and you're just working, you don't think that when your ass fucking croaks that they're not going to find a replacement for you within a few days or a couple of weeks. Like, they're going to find somebody else to replace you. So why are we busting our asses and bending over backwards for people who don't really give a fuck about us? Like, for what? So that's what I just picked up from this. So people, situations, being mindful of, the energy that we're expending and how we're expending it. Just because you love them does not mean they love the same way. So for some of you, it could be a person. 12, when I said that, it could be a person that, is a part of this, that kind of makes you feel like, damn, I feel like I'm wasting my time. Whether it's a relationship, like romantic, or it could be, for some, it could also be just, people in your life that you really care about genuinely, like that genuine love, and you're always overextending. I'm getting something like that. Let me know if that resonates at all. Middle of the deck we have, don't put your business on social media. Misery loves your company the most. So, it could be some miserable ass people that you're not really fucking with. This definitely feels like a possible piggyback from the reading that we did yesterday. Like, it could be that all of a sudden I feel even more off. But it could be something about that person or the people that were showing up in that reading from yesterday, who you have been called to kind of distance yourself from. Hey JB, what's up? What's up, my love? Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Alright, let's see. Alright, so what we got? Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Boom, shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka. Alright, so we got two cards that came out. Start making better choices with people, places, and things. You create your own fucking reality. Man, listen. If that ain't the truth. And it came out along with, they never really knew that you were a badass. Just got used to the idea of you that they created in their sick little heads. So it's giving like, maybe they didn't think that you would ever prosper and like, do great things and stuff like that. They wanted to help keep you down as you were building yourself up is what I'm kind of getting. Definitely giving people, right? Your own habits, but also people. Because we are getting a little bit of both. One of the habits could be people pleasing. Let me know in the comment section if that makes sense to you. Tell us more. Let's get like two more from here, Spirit. What we got? You were same card that came out in the beginning when we split the deck. It says you were removed because they were talking shit behind your back. So yes, Ram, can you leave the cord alone, please? You're shaking the camera. She likes the cord, so she's playing with it. Like, stop. And she's on my lap right now. She's just going like this and then like nudging it with her head. I'm like, God damn it, Ren, stop. You're always doing something extra all the time. She's like lights, camera, action. I need the attention on me somehow, even if I'm not in the goddamn frame. This cat is crazy. But yes, when these people started doing the bullshit that they were doing, working in some weird ass energy, your guides were like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not playing this game. Like, you got to go. You got to go. So you were appropriately removed from these people and these situations, thankfully, because they're clearly not, you know, what you need around you. We got two cards that came out together. So one of these cards showed up already. Put an end to all of the self-sabotaging habits. I'm about to say behaviors. Ren, you're gonna have to bounce, honey. You're doing too much. Goodbye. Go do something with yourself. You got a cat house. You got a scratching post. Go do something, girl. You're doing too much. She's probably looking at me like, bitch. Like, how dare you tell me I can't do what I want over here? But yes, so we have that here. Yeah. So yeah, definitely letting go of the self-sabotage is a big thing. And again, like that, I was picking up on like that people pleasing, right? It's like, trying to always be there for everybody else, trying to, showcase how awesome you are. And it's like your greatness shines on its own. We talked about that last night in the reading we did, like not dimming your light and letting anybody else come and dim it as well. Like, don't be your own worst enemy in a way is what I'm kind of getting to. We have grab some popcorn and let karma handle their asses. You don't need to do a damn thing. Exactly. You don't have to lift a goddamn finger. Your guides got you. The universe got you. Source got you. Like, whatever bullshit they were on, they're gonna meet their match. Good luck with that. Get your head out. Get your head out of your ass and see the bigger picture. Your purpose is bigger than your problems. So there's something that you're meant to do, and you might procrastinate because you're like, oh, well, it's kind of given a little bit of a like a woe is me kind of thing, or, a little bit, I don't want to use the word self-centered necessarily, but for lack of a better word, maybe just a little bit, like really like focused on like, oh, but yeah, I can't do this because of this. And like sometimes, when you're guided to do something, whatever that thing may be, even if it's uncomfortable, even if you don't want to do it, there's a bigger picture there, and it's just it's really a part of what it is you're guided to do at this time. So just pay attention is what I'm getting. Excuse me. Confirmation. That was a big word, guys. Sorry. I mean, I am drinking ginger ale and I barely ate anything today, so. But yeah, like that was a big one though. Top of the deck we have solidify those boundaries of yours before they huff and puff and blow your foundation down. Yeah, fuck that. Like, no, we can't be worried about everything and everyone else. Sometimes we like self-centeredness is not a bad thing depending on how it's being applied. If it's being applied in a way where it's like a woe is me kind of energy, that's when it's like, no, we don't need a pity party. We need to, put our big boy drawers or big girl panties on and do what the fuck we're meant to do in those cases and look at the bigger picture. But in the cases where people are like, coming into our energy and fucking up our groove, we have to set those healthy boundaries. So it's about discernment and balance is what I'm getting. Because we're talking about balance. What is shadow work, right? Balancing out your light and your dark. Why are you delaying your shadow work? You're blocking your blessings. Stop slowing down your process and start that shit. So, maybe boundaries is one of the aspects of your shadow work and discernment. Just saying. All right, Spirit, thank you for that. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper. I feel inclined to now read from the Wisdom of the Oracle. That might kind of give us a little bit more insight of just like your overall circumstances. Like we got a idea at least of like things that you might have been kind of putting off and whatnot. But now we might get a clearer picture of, where these things kind of stem from. So let's see what Spirit has to say. All right, let's put this back and see. Regeneration along with new life. Like, I like it. Remember, we had that renewal card that I told you guys this was randomly in the fucking couch when I was cleaning out the cushions. And I'm like, oh, that card's just chilling there. I'm like, and I heard the word ascension earlier in this reading. I was like, that card is from that deck. Let's let's look into that. So yeah, so I'll show you what we have here. Regeneration is here, along with new life. You're giving birth to something new, a new creation, baby. You are that new creation. I like that a lot. Alright, so let's do some shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Oh my god, I'm starving. I did not eat much today. My stomach was so wonky all day. I didn't want to eat anything. I was like, I was looking at food like, keep it away from me. All I had today was like some club crackers and water. I think that was pretty much it. Like even a banana, I was like, I don't even want that. That would have probably helped, but I didn't want it. Oh, and pretzels. I had pretzels too. That was it all day. So I'm fucking starving. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna attempt to eat some soup after this. No place like home. Yeah. Hey Monique, how are ya? Yeah, no place like home. So this could be a home dynamic kind of thing, or just figuring out how to like feel comfortable in your own space, and in the circumstances that you're in. Yeah, exactly. Just trying to find peace, within where you are in this part of your life, this journey, right? In between worlds. Like, I'm getting you went from like this, you're going from this, like, this chaos and darkness and bullshit to something a lot brighter and nicer. But it's just one of those things where you're kind of still like in that middle ground, because there are these things that you have to kind of, like these boundaries that you have to cross over now, right? You're setting boundaries, or you're supposed to be, but now you're crossing over something, right? So let's dive deeper. Hey Natty Nat, how are ya? I love when I see names that I recognize popping in. That's always nice. I love to see new names, of course, too. But when I see people returning, that also makes me feel really good, because I'm like, yay, I'm doing something right. For you guys who want to come back. I'm okay, hanging in there. I was telling everybody else, like, it feels wonky today. My stomach's bothering me. But, hanging in there, though. Happy you're well. Building blocks is here. So building a foundation is what I'm picking up on. It's also giving me like, I wouldn't be shocked if like the Tower card were to show up at some point in this reading, because I am getting like this energy of like, as you're chipping away at all this stuff that's happening, or even if you ain't doing it, the universe is going to make it happen either way. Source will make it happen. When you're avoiding things, that's when those Tower moments happen. And all of a sudden, everything gets shaken up, and you're just like, oh, guess I have no choice now, to rebuild. And it's kind of giving that, like, you're going to be able to take all those building blocks and do something bigger and stronger with it. Deep knowing. It's going to take some knowledge that's being gained to get there as well. Higher power, exactly. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. The higher power is like, oh, we're about to shake shit up. We're about to shake it all the way the fuck up. Y'all gonna be uncomfortable. It's not gonna be fun. But at the same time, this is something that's been in the making for a while. So they're like, okay, you don't want to fucking listen. It's like, when you're a kid, or at least I don't know, when I was a kid, didn't listen a few times. They would give me warnings. They would. And when I didn't listen, bang, right upside the head. And it's like, God damn, that shit. Hey, that's what Spirit's about to start doing to some of y'all. Whoop that ass. Okay. Orphaned is here. So maybe feeling a little bit lonely or isolated right now. This, maybe you're afraid of feeling lonely. Maybe that's why you might hold on to certain situations. I heard the word vices. Might hold on to certain vices, behavior patterns, people. because of a fear of feeling alone. One thing about this, and we saw shadow work show up too. Like shadow work is shadow work ain't for the faint of heart, my loves. Like it will put you in a position where you are going to be having to like really dive deep and understand things about yourself that you didn't really want to, look that deep into. So yeah, for some of you, I am getting possible, keyword possible, parental issues, like with your parents, maybe abandonment issues with them or something. Maybe that's the person who you were like doing the people pleasing thing with, because we did feel that energy earlier. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. Soulmates is here on the bottom of the deck. Never ending story on the top. Unfinished symphony. So there's something that's like, it's not over, but it needs to be over. Because you're just repeating a cycle over and over again. For somebody, this is not going to be for everybody, but for somebody, I'm getting like repeating patterns with a lover, like a karmic partner possibly. Like even though they show up as a soulmate, they might not be that. Yeah, I'm happy I looked underneath. It says soulmates, but underneath that conflict. Well, I can't even get the words out. Conflict and chaos here. So maybe repeating a cycle, and it's like, yeah, Spirit is trying to guide you and say, hey, no, don't do that anymore. But you're not listening. Maybe because of abandonment issues. You might stay in partnerships way too long because you're afraid of being alone for some of you. This is what Spirit wants you guys to know. And again, only take the messages as they resonate. Leave the rest behind. Alright, so let's get maybe 2 to 3 more cards from here. And then we're going to look into the tarot. Turn this on just a little bit. Red, what are you doing? She's like, I'm trying to figure out what her legs are doing. Like, is she like really like spread eagle over there, just like doing her thing? Like, ew, what are you doing? Like innocent little delicate flowers over there doing some nasty shit to herself. She's just grooming, but it's like, ew, like you look and like, ew, what are you doing? She's probably looking at me like, bitch, mind your business. Like, bitch, do it in your cat house. Why are you doing it right there in the open like that, weirdo? In the window too, Ren, really? Just like the curtains are drawn, it's fine. But still, like, what if they saw you, Ren? Anyway, we have regeneration officially out on the spread now. Yeah, so, giving like, rebirth kind of vibes. It's also kind of giving just like taking care of your physical vessel. Your physical vessel might be really tired right now, which makes sense because like that's the energy I feel it even right now. It's like, yeah, and they're like, to be fair, you've been through a lot of shit, so it's like, of course you're gonna feel like that. But that could also be why you feel so, so maybe tired and kind of out of sorts. Because I was asking that earlier, and a lot of you guys did say, oh yeah, I feel off too. Like I mentioned, people might have like tummy problems right now, and more than one person mentioned that they felt that headaches was another thing that some people said in the comments. So it could just be something about like getting upgrade, like your body is upgrading as you are learning and growing and expanding, and it comes with those karmic lessons. Somebody might have Libra in their chart. Yeah, chop wood. It's a time of preparation. Your body is preparing for this next phase. Co-create. I'm getting co-creating with the creator as you're gaining knowledge and wisdom, going the long haul towards it, towards where you're headed. Very interesting. Gaining a lot of knowledge. I do feel like this is a piggyback from yesterday, parts of this. Like I was picking up on an owl in that picture. Of course I put it back in the deck already, but like the last card that we saw just now, it had a leopard on it and it had an owl. So some of you guys might like those particular animals. Let me know in the comments. I think owls are super cool. Got a burp going on. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I know that's so unladylike and gross, but it's helping settle my stomach, so I do apologize. Let's get 1 to 2 more cards from here, Spirit. Thank you. What we got? Blessed. Blessed be. I like that. Yeah, you are blessed throughout this process. Bars. You are blessed throughout this process. Even when it doesn't always feel like it's a blessing, you know, a lot of times the stuff that happens in our lives is like a blessing in disguise. Confirmation. And you know, it's okay to, you know, recognize, like, yes, it's a difficult time. Yes, this is a lot to take on, and it does make it difficult to kind of, you know, I heard weather the storm. But at the same time, when you understand what's on the other side of all of this, it all starts to make a lot more sense. Yeah, look, serendipity is here on the bottom of the deck. Serendipitous. We have somebody, I don't have my glasses on, not interested. Happy 21st birthday. Oh my, I'm so old. I am old enough to be your mom. Um, nice. Happy birthday, Gemini up in the building. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, Very cool. I hope that you have some fun plans. I mean, today is Wednesday, so you're probably not gonna do anything today. Probably this weekend coming up. Hope you got some birthday plans. That's a big one. We have Yang here, so it's kind of giving me like I heard the word portal. It's like a portal. You know, the cup. It's giving me like divine feminine energy a little bit. That flow, that overpouring of happiness. Flexible, as you remain flexible during these times of learned lessons is what I'm kind of getting. One more from your Spirit, thank you. 2, okay. I'll take them. Wow, and look what's on there. Remember I said I was picking up on, I said go the distance. I picked up on that with the card that had the leopard on it and the owl. And look, go the distance. Same leopard. You can't make it up. Wow. And it came out with all that glitters. Like, all that glitters is not always going to be gold. There will be false masks and shit that you have to kind of sort through. But don't forget that you are more than capable of getting past these circumstances. Once you start to recognize what things are and honor it, right? Don't start and honor that. That's when you are going to start to see a lot of things start to shift. Yeah, exchanging gifts. For some reason, one of the things I'm picking up on is this energy of, remember I was talking about people who might like kind of take, you know, you overextend. One of the things that, you know, you're probably having to learn now is the fact that if relationships are not, you know, equal give and take, or at least close to it, it's not going to always be exactly equal. Like, let's just be honest with ourselves, it's just not going to always be like that. You know, one person might be able to help you like emotionally or something like that, and you might be the one who can help them out, you know, financially or something. You know what I mean? Like, but it's about being there for each other and showing up and being present when needed and doing what you can with your own particular circumstances. Like, I've borrowed money from my mom on many occasions, and if she were to say, "Hey, Michelle, can I get $5,000?" I would be like, yeah, I can't help you there." You know what I mean? Like, just using that as an example. But can I help her in other ways? Yes. Like, I'm helping her right now as we speak by the fact that she can barely walk, and I help her get around and things like that. I do errands for her and things like that. You know, I drive her car to bring her where she needs to go because I don't have a car currently. But that should hopefully change in the next month or so. So yeah, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not always about like it being like a tit for tat kind of thing. Like, it's more about how can a person be present in your life when you do need them. That's what reciprocity really looks like. So that's what I'm picking up on. Yeah, and we have co-create here again. Wrench. There's that leopard again too. That leopard's really important. Maybe you guys like really. Oh, it's the same card actually with the owl as well. Yeah, and there's like that egg there too. That egg showed up in more than one card as well. As her, what came first, the chicken or the egg? What do you guys think? And flexible is here again with that damn egg. Be spirit for that. All right, so let's get started with our tarot now. Tarot portion of our reading. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. So I want to do this like a quick little like cross of truth kind of thing. Or do we want to dive deeper into this? Let me see how I'm feeling about it. What spirit calling me to do. I'm kind of picking up on a Celtic cross. Let's do a Celtic cross because it'll give us a little more insight. Like the cross of truth is great for like a quick, like straight to the point, but I think spirit wants us to dive a little bit deeper today. So that's what we're gonna do. Ooh. Okay, split the deck. We got Ace of Pentacles here, nice, and then we have the Nine of Cups. So it's like it's kind of giving this energy of you guys are trying to focus on, you know, your Rand, please stop. Your overall happiness and wish fulfillment, and you know, getting, you know, right in different areas of your life, including finances. Waiting for certain blessings to come in, and just hoping that, you know, you could ride that wave of just being in a better place in general. Yes, I'm looking at you with these eyes because you know what you're doing. Excuse me. It's the same look I give my students, and they think it's the kiss of death or something. They're like, oh, she's not playing with my ass right now. Like, y'all doing too much. I don't have to say nothing half the time. I just give them the look, and they just look like, oh. That, or I do my teacher talk. Let's say if there's one student or two students who are doing a great job at something, I say, I'll talk to the other teachers like, guys, I love how so-and-so is doing such a great job by listening to all their teachers and doing their work, working really hard. And then the next teacher kind of chime in and be like, yep, they're doing an awesome job. And then those students that are not doing what they're supposed to do be like, oh, I'm doing a good job too. Or straighten up their act. It's really funny. Ren, cut it out. Sorry. They didn't want to yell at her. Promise you I don't abuse my cat or anything like that, but she knows better. She's just doing too much. Alright. Sorry, guys. Alright, so Spirit, what is the overall energy for the collective? A couple more shuffles. Oh, there goes my stomach again. It hurts. It's like something in there going like ringing my guts. It fucking hurts. Oh Lord, the devil. Oh no. Yeah, when it comes to like partnerships and stuff. Three of Pentacles. For some of you, it could be work related. Of course, take it as it resonates. Choices to be made. Some of you might be at a job that you can't stand. You're like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. And I did talk about like performance and stuff like that. Like always feeling like you have to like, you know, do everything like perfect and all this stuff, and then like not always getting the recognition that you know you deserve. We did pick up on that very, very early in the reading, so I know that resonates. That could be the case for somebody. All right, so what is the overall energy, Spirit? Nine of Wands. You are tired. You are weary. You are over this shit. You're like, yo, you just got your guard up right now. You're just like, yo, I'm tired of all the shit that's happening. You might be a little bit defensive too. This is also like, even though it's the Nine of Wands, I always feel like the Nine of Wands and Seven of Wands are so similar. Like the Seven of Wands is more like standing your ground, but the Nine of Wands is like a combination of like a boundary slash, you know, I'm tired of your shit and I'm going to have to set this boundary because you're doing too much. Like, it gives me that. So, yeah. Ten of Pentacles here on the bottom. Could be a family dynamic or something involving money. Death on the top. And Six of Pentacles, again, could involve money. So maybe inheritance or something like that for some. Interesting. We're going to dive deeper. Tell us more about this Nine of Wands. Like, what's the challenge here? What do we need to know about that Nine of Wands? Wheel of Fortune. Nice. Like, it's like, you know, protecting your, you know, what you know is to come towards you is what I'm getting. Like, you know wholeheartedly what's yours and what you've worked really hard towards throughout your learned lessons and all that. The Fool, you know, taking a leap of faith. The Death. Yeah, it's like you had to take a leap of faith into the unknown by ending something, or you're in the process of doing that. Yeah, foresight and planning with this Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to sail in. Like, you know that you earned this shit. You know what I mean? So you're trying to defend it and you're trying to protect it because you've been through a lot. You're like, I know damn well I deserve better. However, there are things that you have to work on first to get there, is what we're getting, right? Based on what Spirit has already kind of been saying throughout the reading. Tell us more. What is the what's going on in the conscious mind of the collective at this time? What's going on there? Thank you. You're like, I've invested. I've put so much work and dedication into these different things, and I know that I deserve better. You know, you're just waiting for the fruit of your labor to come together. You're trying to seize the right opportunities when they present themselves. You might be feeling a little bit flighty though. Just be careful with that. Like, don't make a hasty decision. Make sure that you are thinking things through. It takes some strength, right, and resilience, courage to be able to, you know, move in a new direction, whatever that direction may be, after a lot of disappointments and betrayals and whatnot. But everything is fine. It's basically like the 10 of this card here is like the 10 of Swords in the reverse, basically. Everything's fine. It's just, you know, it's just going to take a little bit of time to get out of this stagnant old energy, is what I'm kind of getting here. All right, let's look deeper into this. What is going on in the subconscious or the unknown? What does the collective need to know there, Spirit? Thank you. Okay. Huh. As we were just talking about, oh, 10 of Swords energy. It came out crossing. So yeah, it's the same energy. It's like behind the scenes or deep down, you kind of know that like there are these endings happening around you, but it's at the same time like this feeling of, but is it really over? It's giving me that. And again, for some it could be work related. For others, it could be about like a father figure. When we did talk about possible parental issues, you have the Lovers. That's giving me like choices, but it could also represent like you know, somebody who you've had a romantic partnership with. No, everybody's got different things going on because this is a collective message. But that Tower, and I told you that Tower card was going to show up at some point or another. I told you guys earlier in the reading, you know, when we saw the building blocks, I was like, you know, the universe, Spirit, whatever, God came in and knocked that foundation, everything down. And now you're rebuilding. And, you know, it does take a lot of, you know, or the word formulation, that's an interesting word. It's like you're reformulating, you know, the plan. It's weird wording. Okay, that's what Spirit said. Just trying to figure it all out. Yeah, as you come back up from the ashes, right? Because we saw that renewal card from the other deck that just randomly, you know, was in my couch. That one card about renewal. You know, out with the old and with the new kind of thing. All right, tell us more. What's the recent past energy? So we have the Six of Pentacles. And we did talk about this energy before of maybe, you know, always giving of yourself and never receiving anything. You know, Ace of Wands here. Knight of Swords. And Two of Wands. It's like it's like you've been being kind of called in a way to like, she's literally like holding a phone in her hand. So maybe you received a call to like move on to something different, like literally move. But it comes with a choice, right? It comes with some sacrifices. And the thing is, with these sacrifices comes passionate new beginning, something that you'll actually like. And yes, it's going to shake up the foundation a bit, but yeah, I'm definitely something to get excited about moving, because we have Ace of Wands. Underneath that is the Tower again, the Chariot, which represents movement and also like successful completion. The Moon underneath that, so that could be fears and anxiety. So it's like, yeah. What else we got here? The Judgment, the World. So yeah, it's like, it's just that energy of like, okay, well, I put so much time and effort into something. I put this and that. Like, what do I get out of this? Am I going to ever get anything back? And it's like, yeah, you are. If you actually make the decision to move forward, right? That's what I'm getting so far. All right, so what is the incoming energy, Spirit? What is the incoming? All right, so we got two cards that came out. Okay, so proposals of some sort, and you going back and forth about it, whatever the proposal is. We have the Two of Pentacles here, which is about going back and forth, right? Weighing the pros and cons about something, possibly balancing something. And it came out along with the Knight of Cups, which is about proposals. It's usually romantic, but it could be in different forms. So depending on, where your story kind of lies with the stuff that, we're seeing throughout this reading, we picked up on different energies, right? So it's, part of it could be work related, part of it could be friends and family, part of it could be a romantic partner. Depends on, what side of the token you're on, basically. Um, Nonetheless, there is this back and forth energy of something coming towards you when it comes to some type of proposal, whether it's an apology or ooh, I felt weird when I said that part. The fuck? I felt like something went like try to suppress like I'm trying to say it and it's like pushing it down into my chest, at the middle of my chest. That was weird. I did not like how that felt. So it could be like somebody coming in with like some type of apology, and you have to be able to kind of use your discernment. I'm getting 47, 47 when I say that. 11, 11. It could be, you know, it could be your wish fulfillment, or it could be like karmic lesson. I'm getting that. So, take it as it resonates, of course. But Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So somebody from the past might be the one that's going to come back in with some type of proposal of some sort. And it's like this could be a person that you've already moved away from. With this Knight of Swords coming up again, was this like the third or fourth time? Yeah, deception. Seven of Swords. This person moves real funny, and that's why. So how I got weird when I was trying to say apology. Like I can't get. I got the word out, but like it didn't feel right at all. Like it sat so weird. Like it just was like nope, it's not sincere. This person's gonna come in with that energy of acting like they're sincere with an apology or something like that, or some type of proposal. And the thing is, it's gonna be like I'm getting gaslighting, basically. It's a gaslighting kind of situation, and that could be why this is there. All that glitters, right? All that glitters ain't gold, and people come in with their bullshit ass, offers and things like that, and you're gonna have to be able to be the one to weed through whatever that is. So just keep that in mind, because this could be something that's coming towards you. Let's see, what else does the collective need to know at this time? What is the attitude surrounding all of this at this time? What's the attitude? I just heard Patti LaBelle. I've got a new attitude. Maybe like even the way that you're approaching everything, like the person that you've become, like your demeanor might have started to change, and people are like acting, like say you acting funny and stuff. And it's like, no, I'm not acting funny. It's just I'm not stupid. Like I'm not gonna keep on, allowing people to, shit on me basically, and what do I get out of it? Nothing. I keep on, putting all this effort, right? I put all this effort, Seven of Pentacles, into, these different people and situations just to get nothing out of it. For what? What am I gaining out of this? Reciprocity is what I feel like you guys are trying to build your, relationships upon. And it's still a work in process, right? A work in progress, rather. But knowing that if you're staying in certain situations, you're self-sabotaging yourself at the same time. That people-pleasing shit, out the window. No more of that. It's done. And that comes, like I said, that's in different forms. That can be work, romantic relationships, friends and family. It doesn't matter. No more of that. Keeping yourself stuck and bound to what? For what? For why? Excuse me. This card is stingy. Come on. What's the attitude? The attitude is, you got Queen of Cups here. Some of you guys might have water in your chart, or just a very, like, emotional person just as a whole. But you're also very, very intuitive and caring. So, like, that's the thing. And maybe even, like, psychic ability kind of thing. Empath, I'm getting that as well. So, when your emotions are locked into something, like, they really stay stuck in there, and that makes it that much more difficult to move past. And that makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, look. Temperance. Temperance is technically like the Sagittarius, like, in the zodiac, in the tarot. But, like, if you look at the picture, though, nonetheless, this person's very balanced, right? They're pouring back and forth equally into those two cups. They're grounded, right? Like, they're grounded, but they're also well in tune with their emotions at the same time. So there's a lot of balance there. And that's what I'm picking up on. It's like, while you would like to be emotionally balanced and all that, and would hope that other people are the same way and pour into you the same way you pour into them, you're realizing that that's not always the case. You get those people who are flighty with this Knight of Wands. They come get what they want and then they bounce. Whether it's romantically or whatever, it comes in different forms, no pun intended. If it's romantic, you know what I mean, right? Like, the ones that they come get they want and they bounce. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And then they leave you just, like, high and dry, and you're like, well, what the fuck was that, Yeah, and it leads you to nothing but, this Three of Swords energy, pain, heartbreak, disappointments, and again, you pour out your heart and emotions into, these different situations and or people, and then you get left with the shitty end of the stick, and it's pretty fucked up. So I do feel like, Spirit is kind of saying, learning how to balance your emotions and practicality is what I'm picking up on at the moment. Like, it's okay to be an emotional being who cares about other people and really, holds, put your heart on your sleeve. Like, that's perfectly fine. But at the same time, being able to discern, the people who you, in situations that you should entertain, if that makes any sense. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. Let me know through your reactions. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. If you're new and haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. I will love and appreciate that as well. Hit the notification bell too, so you know when I'm on. I've been pretty consistent lately. I have been pretty consistent. On average, the past few weeks, I've been on 3 to 4 times a week. So kudos to me, because I would go on a couple times and then you wouldn't see me for weeks at a time, and then, like, I was popping in and out. And the past few weeks, I think I've been doing pretty good. So kudos to me, a little pat in the back. So I'm hoping that the consistency will start to pay off, and I will see more of you beautiful people popping in, and we get to know each other on here and all of that. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's the goal. I see a new person that just subscribed. Hey, Sheeta, how are you? This is just a collective, my love. This is just a collective. But yeah, we're just talking about, things that you guys are working on when it comes to things that, not just releasing, but things that you might be avoiding. So the big thing that has been showing up throughout this reading is holding on to things and situations that you're over pouring into that have been depleting you, and learning how to like use your discernment essentially to be able to weed out what those things are, so that you're not constantly, over pouring into the wrong things. Recognizing when, not everything that glitters is gold. That's kind of been like the main thing. And just another thing that's been popping up, that has kind of popped up, is like this balancing your emotions from practicality. So we shall see. Right now we're doing like a little Celtic cross to just kind of dive deeper into the oracle cards that we talked about. When I post this up, anybody who came in a little bit later, you're more than welcome to watch it once it's posted up, and you can start it from the beginning if you'd like. Hopefully, what you get to catch from this point moving forward is something that will make you say, I think I want to learn a little bit more about that. You might, do a little replay. So let's see what else comes out. What is the environment? What's the environment? Thank you. Knight of Wands is here. Two of Cups, Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups. So the environment has been definitely representing a lot of possible like romantic partnerships. And we did pick up on that earlier, but we picked up on more than one thing. We picked up on jobs as well, but I think a pretty big focal point for a lot of you guys who will end up resonating with this message, dealing with flighty in and out people who leave you feeling just confused. And these are people who you invested time and energy into in terms of romance. They might have come in for the wrong reasons. Whereas you're sitting, they come in, offering nothing but, sorry to say it, for those who are new, I do cuss on my channel, but the ones who come in offering nothing but dick and pussy. Like, sorry if you don't like cuss words, I apologize, but I do cuss on here. Just saying, we're all grown. But yes, like they come in, that's all they offer, and then they get what they want and they bounce. And this might have been a thing that has been kind of a little bit of a cycle for some, if you're resonating with this, because we have gotten that energy more than once now. This energy of people coming in and out, pretending that they, people who pretend that, oh, I'm here because I want all this stuff, but again, all that glitters is not gold. They get what they want and they leave, and it's like, that's been kind of the environment. And I mean, even if it's not, in that way for you, it could still be the energy of people who they get what they want from you and then they still just kind of bounce, they leave. And that's fucked up. It's fucked up. So being able to discern who's who, right? The real from the fake. And I'm telling you right now, for those of you who resonate, you're probably going to resonate with last night's reading as well, because a very similar energy, completely different cards, by the way. None of these decks are the same, but the energy is very, very, very similar. And it's just this energy of fake ass people who just want to take from you. And no, you guys deserve so much better than that. And it's really just about being able to recognize that about yourself. You deserve better than this. Got a couple of people who came in. Hey Asia and T Baby, how are you? But yeah, you guys deserve better. Makes me a little sad, just like, because I'm getting like, especially with this, like that cups energy, right? Some people are so caring and so loving, and it's like, and this is what you're welcoming into your life. Like, I'm not saying like in a blaming way, I'm just saying like, and I resonate with this, like that heart of gold, and then this is what happens, because you're too willing to be just so like, you deserve love, you deserve love, you deserve love. Like Oprah. you get a car. But not recognizing not everybody's deserving of what it is, the gift that you have, the gift of love and a pure heart. not everybody's worthy of that. So you have to be able to make sure that you know the difference. I mentioned way early in the reading that I was picking up on people who are so depleted and tired and probably not feeling well, and it, stomach issues. Someone mentioned headaches. I'm like, yep, could be that too. Like your physical body though just is so burnt out from whatever it is that you've been overextending into. It's time to really, grab life by the horns and start using, your discernment and doing what's best for yourself. Putting yourself first. Get a little bit selfish. There's nothing wrong with that. Tell us more. What's the hope and or fear here for the collective? Here's the most accurate message, Spirit. After the Celtic Cross portion of this reading, we're going to look into 2 other oracle decks, and then that will be the end of the reading. For those of you who have been vibing with this reading and, it's resonating, I'm happy that you're here and I'm happy the message is resonating. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense or if it's helpful. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, even reactions are super helpful. All those things will help me be more in tune with you and your energy so that we could get the best and most accurate messages. All right, so we have the 4 of Wands here. You want people who are just as stable as you. You know what I mean? You care about your community, you care about your family, and you just want people to, hold that same standard. That's what I'm getting. You're hoping that when you take that leap of faith towards, different people and situations in your life, that they're going to meet you where you're at with that sense of, strong foundation. Yeah, you this is what you want. This is what you aspire to. Foundation, community, happily ever after. Family is definitely important for you guys. Y'all really, really care about that a lot. For those of you who are resonating, that's really important. So it's just, you're hoping that the people that, you welcome into your life and the situations that you welcome into your life, they will meet you where you are, is what I'm picking up on. Yeah. Not leaving you high and dry. For some of you, and we did talk about abandonment issues very, 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 very early in the reading. I was picking up on possible abandonment issues. Let me know if that resonates. And if it does, this is for some of you, not for all, but for those of you who resonate with that, this is something that could have been as far back as childhood. And I was picking up on parental kind of issues too earlier in the reading. So let me know if that resonates at all. Excuse me. We have Urda. Hi, how are you? I don't think I've seen your name before. Hope you're well. This is just a collective message at this time. I'm sorry. If you want to stick around and just kind of check out this reading and see if there's a message in here just in general for you, that's great. If not, you can always come back like another time and like subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I'm going to start doing the free readings again soon. That's the goal, because I have some time coming up where I will be able to do that again. I'm a teacher or assistant teacher at my other job and or my main job, and I'm gonna have some time off, so I'll probably have a lot more time to be able to do the free readings and stuff. But right now, I'm just not doing that. I'm sorry. Alright, so likely outcome, we have 9 of Pentacles, and I like that for you guys. Like, this is about your overall abundance and just well-being, the fruit of your labor coming together. You worked so hard, right? You invested. Now you get to see it actually happen. And it's going to look different for everybody, right? It's not going to always be financial. Pentacles represent usually like earthly matters, but like, the way I interpret it, I just looked at it more like, like being able to survey, from like a different angle, everything. Like, you're just looking down like, wow, like this bird's eye view of all the things you've been through. And you're like, damn, I went through this, and that. And now I get to see this big picture of all the shit that I actually, made happen. And that shit's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? You might link up with the right people who are, a part of your soul tribe and your team. After a lot of betrayals and, dissatisfaction and sadness. Yeah. It will require surrendering and walking away, though. It will. Five of Swords in the middle of the deck, but it's going to lead to exactly where you're meant to go. Let's get one more card. How about we this? How about we clarify the Nine of Pentacles? Let's just get a little more insight on that. Because like I said, it's going to look different for everybody, but let's just see what else Spirit has to say there. Yeah, waiting for your ships to sail in. The Three of Wands. You know, it's been a journey. You know, like you had to really, you know, be patient, just wait, be diligent, but you're going to start to see it because you've manifested this. I'm getting you guys are able to alchemize. I like that. And there will be passionate new beginnings. This is the third time this card came out. Ace of Wands. Judgment. Spiritual awakening happening. I like it. Any last messages from the tarot for the collective? And then we'll move into the other two oracle decks to close out. This is like probably like the fifth or sixth time this card came out. Seizing new opportunities with this Knight of Swords. It's time to seize new opportunities. I am getting a warning though. Don't be hasty. Yeah, because the thing is, it's like, you know, you might have been hasty about certain things in the past with the Six of Cups, or there could be somebody who's very hasty trying to come towards you, and you're going to have to be able to make a really solid decision about it, yeah, because it could be a karmic lesson coming through. The Justice. So just be careful about that. Yeah, the Devil. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. So there could be somebody who's trying to come towards you really, really fast. And we already have the Knight of Wands out, so they might just be saying, yeah, it's like that same kind of energy, really fast moving, calculating kind of energy. So just be mindful. Is what I'm picking up on with that. Yeah, see the bottom of the deck before I even shuffle or anything. We got wrong person. Not everybody is meant for every stage of the journey. Protect your energy with clear boundaries. We talked about boundaries earlier. And a firm refusal to settle. Yeah, you're not settling for less than what you know that you deserve at this time. Victim mentality. You've been clinging to victimization like a lifeline, becoming a prisoner of your own making. Face your role in your story. Freedom comes with accepting responsibility for life and actions. Wow. Hey, Flower Cow, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so exactly, like, you know, we're not playing victim, right? We have to, you know, and that's why, you know, we're talking about brutally honest things, you know, that might make us uncomfortable, right? Shadow work and all this stuff is kind of coming throughout the reading as well. And it's like, you know, we still have to accept accountability. You know what I mean? Like, we can't sit, I'm gonna say we, because I've been that person where, like, you know, that whole woe is me. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're not fucking victims. We're victors, right? So, you know, based on the stuff we're seeing here at this time, you know, while there have been people who definitely trespassed, you know, by taking from you and siphoning off of your energy and stuff like that, you know, realizing that, you know, we have to, I'm gonna say we have to learn the lessons that were associated with these different situations and people. And if we keep repeating the same lesson over and over again, then what are we supposed to do, right? Now it's like, okay, so now who do we kind of blame, right? That's what I'm picking up on. So we have blind spots here on the bottom of the deck. Your limited perspective is causing you to miss important details. Expand your view. Remember I said something about seeing things from a new perspective, bird's eye view. Expand your view and seek input from trusted sources for what you may be overlooking. Wow, come on now. How was that for confirmation? You might be seeing the number 3 a lot too. Let me know in the comments if that resonates. Like 333, combinations of 3. You might be like a life path number 3 or 33. Let me know in the comments. Fear. Fear lied to you and promised you safety and staying small. But you have a voice and you decide who and what rules your life. Your destiny demands courage, not comfort. And you talked about finding that sense of, you know, strength and resilience within self by breaking a mold and going into a different direction, doing something that feels uncomfortable, right? Let's get 2 more from here, Spirit. They gave us 2 cards. I asked for exactly 2. All right, so they're like, asking you shall receive. That means I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna still ask for 1 more card because they put them out together. Just saying, y'all know that already. Y'all know I'm greedy sometimes. Um, you believe the world owes you something, and it's blinding you to the growth that comes from earning it. Figuring it out on your own will always be worthwhile. Yeah, I do feel like you guys have learned a lot of things, but it's about applying it too, right? Like things aren't going to just fall in your lap. You got to do the work, and that's why shadow work showed up very early in the reading as well. It came out along with failure anxiety. It says, avoiding failure also means avoiding success. You're stuck in planning mode and your potential is locked away. Success is achieved by trying, right? You have to put in the effort. You can't just sit there and, you know, that's probably why the entitlement card came out with it. Like, you know, oh, I've been through so much, so I guess I did my work, and that means, like, God's just gonna put things on my lap, like, or the universe, whatever. Like, whatever you believe in. Like, no, you still have to do the work. You know what I mean? You gotta put in the effort, um, and then go from there. Bottom of the deck, we have step away. Distance will give you the needed perspective to see how this will or will not fit into your future. Going back again to that seeing things from a new perspective, it's definitely giving like hanged man vibes. You know, the more that you become enlightened to your circumstances. Let's get 1 more from your spirit. The more enlightened you are to your circumstances, the more you're able to see things with a clearer view. What I'm getting? That comes with, you know, letting go, surrendering, right? And ironically, I have the surrender deck that we're going to read from last. It says naive. You're seeing things the way you want them to be, not the way they actually are. Face the truth with eyes wide open. I just heard that song, with arms wide open. In this case, with eyes wide open. Yeah. So no more being naive to the situations, right? Being privy to, you know, what's really happening. This card is giving me that naive vibe. All that glitters, right? You see those masks there? You know, all that glitters is not gold. It's time to take the rose-colored lenses off and see things for what it really is. Stop lying to ourselves. Scared of changes on the bottom. Fear of the unknown is stifling your transformation and blocking your path. Growth happens within discomfort. Take a deep breath and keep moving. Here on the bottom. Top of the deck, we have gut instinct. Maybe that's why our fucking tummies are all fucked up, huh? Trust your initial feelings as your truest guide. They often know what's best before your mind can catch up. So when something doesn't sit right with you, if it's giving you like anxiety and stuff like that, pay attention to that. There's a reason for it. Because it's a red flag. Red flag. You're ignoring critical signs that indicate trouble ahead. Reassess your choices now to prevent bigger issues later on. So, you know, there could be all the red flags in the goddamn world. I don't know why I knew my girl was going to pop up for some goddamn reason, but goddamn it, there she is. There she is. And when I say she is, I ain't talking about our girl Buki. I'm talking about there goes Latif, Tears and Wheat Tarot show. You show enough, never know what you're going to get. Go check out my girl. Hey, sister, what is up? What is up? What is up? I hope you're well. What the hell's going on with my eye all of a sudden? It like went blurry. It's like something went in there or something, but it doesn't hurt. It's weird. So weird. But hey, girl, hey, guys, check my sister out, okay? She is amazing. One of the best people in the world, not just a reader, but just a channeled messenger who you will get so much insight and knowledge. She is amazing at what she does, and I'm very, very blessed to have her, as well as all of the other beautiful people who I mentioned earlier. If you guys were to scroll up, I'm doing okay, La. I'm doing okay. I was telling everybody my stomach is fucking killing me today. So I was asking other people earlier, are their tummies bothering them too? Because there could be something in the air, like something we're meant to pay attention to, like giving like solar plexus kind of vibes maybe. What we got here? So to close out our reading, we have on the bottom of the deck here, we have surrender your belief in scarcity. It says the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, remember we talked about abundance earlier. Where's that card? That was one of the last cards that came out from the tarot. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Right, what we got here on the top. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Middle of the deck we have surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Exactly. We have to embrace, the good with the bad, or what we perceive to be bad. At the end of the day, it all comes with a blessing. Remember? Blessed. We are blessed. Even throughout all these different transformations and, loops that we go through. I just saw like loop-de-loop, like for like a roller coaster, like just life just like throwing us all over the place. The reality is it's all for a reason, right? So when we see the hidden messages and meanings behind the things that we experience, and understand that it all comes, as a present from the Most High, like here's a gift of knowledge, this nugget of knowledge, just do something with it for the love of fucking God. Just listen to us. We're trying to help your ass. Like it's giving me that, like I've been getting smacked in the face left and right lately about things in my life that I'm like, I gotta work on these things, like career wise and everywhere in my life, things for my body. I'm just like, I have to stop not listening. And I woke up at like 2:30 this morning, major stomach problems. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know I'm gonna make it to work, but I went. But I was in misery the whole fucking day. I looked at my coworker. I was like, girl, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it through this day. But I made it. But I say all that to say, like, Spirit be doing that shit all the time. They be like, yo, I'm gonna wake your ass up at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning to do a fucking reading. And I'm gonna slap you in the face a few goddamn times with some knowledge, and let's see if your ass is gonna listen this goddamn time. And half the time I listen, half the time I don't, and then I can just keep on getting the same awakenings over and over again. Like, okay, Spirit, I hear you. Do you though, bitch? Bow. like, listen, for crying out loud. Oh, cloves. Okay, yeah, cloves are like super good for you. Nice. Like almost like a tea with that. Nice. I actually like how cloves taste too. Nice. Thank you for that tidbit there. I always love when, people have like naturopathic recommendations and stuff, because I'm trying not to, like, I'm on medications and stuff already, so I really would love to be able to like not take any of that stuff anymore, but I have to do some work first, right? So we have 2 cards that came out. We have surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's kind of given, like, don't let anything harden your heart too much. Like, because remember, you guys were kind of showing up as this Queen of Cups energy. Very, very emotional and loving and caring, empathic. But at the same time, it's like, being able to decipher what's what is what I'm picking up on. When it's your ego versus when it's other things, right? Because if your intuition is telling you, maybe I shouldn't do that, maybe I shouldn't extend myself to this person, and so on and so forth, pay attention to what you're being guided to do. It's going to show up in different forms and different ways depending on what's going on, right? All right, so we have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. Wow, they came out together for a reason. Your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So patience is a virtue. So even when you're like, oh, I've been through all this stuff, I should have all these things. Like you still gotta do work. No, don't get into your ego too much, thinking like you know the universe owes you something. They don't owe you shit. You know what I mean? Do what you have to do though to be able to actually earn it, right? Put in that work. That's what I'm getting. Let's get like 2 more cards from here to close out this reading, and that'll be it. What we got here? All right, surrender resentments. That's a big one. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Exactly. Gotta let go of those resentments. Like if you're holding on to that, yeah, goes back to kind of like that entitlement too, right? It's like, yeah, no. We have to take accountability and all of that as well, right? So even letting go of resentment towards yourself, right? Forgiveness is what I'm getting. Like learning how to forgive yourself. One more from your spirit. And I'm going to figure out what I'm going to eat because I need to eat something. All I had today was crackers. That was it. So, crackers and pretzels. That's all I had today. Water and ginger ale. So, it's a good one too. It's a cherry fruit splash. Yummy. I went in my mom's room. I was like, hey, Mom, can I get one of your ginger ales? My stomach's fucked up. And she was like, sure, go ahead. I'm like, thanks. She's like, what's wrong with your stomach? I'm like, Ma, I have no fucking idea what's going on with my stomach. But it's been doing fucking cartwheels all goddamn day. It hurts. And look at that. How is that for one of the final messages of the readings? That was the whole purpose of all this shit in the fucking first place. Surrender denial. You have to see the truth for what it is, my friends. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Wow, how is that fucking ending? But now I feel inclined to see what's on the bottom. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. That's very true. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Yes, remain calm. Arguing isn't going to do anything. Getting your point across is important, but do it with a sense of dignity and grace and respect. Surrender defensiveness. So there might be like a big conversation you're ready to come up for somebody. Where you're going to have to really say what's on your mind, but do it in a diplomatic way is what I'm picking up on. It says defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So, speak to, what was the quote? Sorry, guys. How does it go? Listen to, I can't get the quote out. Forget it. I wanted to sound smart for a second, but I just failed miserably. But you know how basically, rather than just, listening to somebody so you could have like a response to them versus like, or like when you're trying, I can't even get the words out, guys. My God. I think it's also because I'm tired. I'm getting hungry. So maybe that's why. I can't even get the message out. It's kind of annoying because it was something important out. I can't get it out. I think you guys know where I'm trying to go though, right? It's not about reacting. It's about actually. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Wati. Thank you for being the real MVP on that. I couldn't get it out to save my life. I knew what I was trying to say. I just couldn't get it out. But yeah. So very, very important. Yes, listen to understand instead of responding. Exactly that. Middle of the deck we have surrender to receiving support and love, which we talked about that to an extent earlier about like being able to have a reciprocal relationship. with others. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Because we definitely talked about that kind of energy earlier as well. So, guys, with all that said, I gotta go eat something. I'm just gonna warm up a can of soup and call it a day. But I need to eat something. I'm starving. Um, I hope that you guys resonated with that message. I hope that it was helpful. For those of you who are new and haven't done so already, hit that like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm on. I went on 3 days in a row, guys. Woohoo! I'm doing better. um, I'm trying to get there, guys. I'm really trying. So yeah, I'll probably be on again tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. I do have an appointment after work, so we'll see if I feel up to it. But I'm gonna try my hardest to come back on tomorrow. And if not, then you'll see me soon. You'll see me. So until next time, my lovies. If you wanted to check this out from the beginning, as Lati just said, hashtag replay. You guys could always rewind this back when I post it up. I watched from the beginning. I think there were some good tidbits in here that are really important for you to get the whole big picture of what this reading was meant to be about and what Spirit wanted to convey. You guys might also be resonating with the number 4 a lot. Let me know in the comments. I was picking up on 3 earlier, now I'm picking up on 4. Like, I know before I started the reading, I went to the bathroom and I had said something to myself. I forgot what I had said, and I looked at the clock on the stove and it said 444, and I was like, I don't know why, I just had a feeling that number was going to come up somewhere, and it did. And yeah, so you might be seeing that number a lot. Let me know in the comments. But yes, nonetheless, until next time, I love you guys. Have a great rest of your evening and the rest of your week. And yeah, like I said, it's Wednesday, it's hump day, so the weekend is approaching slowly but surely, but it's getting there. Yes, until next time, I love you guys. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys again soon. Mwah.